What's good? Welcome back to another edition of Talk That Talk podcast. I go by the name of Bacon. I got my co-hosts with me.
It's game day, man. Go blue. Go big blue. We're here to shock the world. Nobody believes that we can beat Georgia. Nobody. That's good. We don't need nobody to believe. We just need us to believe. That's all. We just need us to believe. And
Big game.
Yeah, big game, man. We listen, man. It's everything on the line. I need us to win because I got a few phone calls to make as soon as we win. You feel me? So I just need people to be ready because I'm placing these phone calls. People gonna hear from me.
I think what's good, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. It's COVID's running rampant. The Warriors game got canceled last night, so it's this battle of attrition. I'm enjoying watching. To be honest, I'm not. I'm actually tired of just beating on the Lakers. Watching LeBron give his best valiant game in, game out. I feel like he's, in the Fast and Furious when they hit the nitro button, when you're rounding the corner, I feel like he's using all that turbo right now because he's hot and he's playing, but he's trying to drag this roster, and I'm just feeling like he's going to run out of gas sooner than people think. But
we're going to get into some eviction notice later out throughout the show, but definitely
papers got handed out to somebody this morning.
Yes, they did, and we'll definitely get into that. But before we even get into the COVID thing, a game that didn't get canceled that was very spicy in Brooklyn was the Brooklyn Nets versus the 76ers. 2 weeks ago, Kevin Durant beat the 76ers without without James Harden, without a lot of players that set out due to protocols or injuries. And he was talking spicy, super spicy to the 76ers, talking about get them boys the F out of here. What they talking about? Sorry, whoopty. And let's just say, my mama always said, if you can't take it, don't dish it out. And let's just say he got a little taste of his medicine. And then Embiid came into Brooklyn with James Harden, with Kevin Durant coming back off of vid protocol, or I think he was out for the injury, right? Because it's the hand.
It was the vid. It was
the vid protocol. And Embiid gave him a little taste of his own medicine and said, go home, get up out of here. And Kevin Durant didn't like that. So he got into the big Embiid face and was like, man, you sorry, woo, 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 yeah, woo, woo. And it just got real spicy. What's your thoughts on this? This could be a rivalry in the making. I know they still don't have Ben Simmons, and we don't know where Ben Simmons is going to be by the end of this year. We still don't know what's going on with that. But let's get your takes on the game last night, man. What is this? What does this do for basketball, right?
It's good, man. Embiid is the person that does these things. So I appreciate Embiid for always being pure to who he is. Like, he don't forget, and you're not supposed to. It goes back to what me and Jay was talking about when it was the Thunder and the Lakers. When you do something, understand there should be consequences. The Lakers just didn't follow through with theirs, and Embiid followed through with his. So I respect it. Do you feel me? And honestly, when you look at it, I think it was spicy, but it was all unjust. You feel me? Because Kevin Durant was laughing about it, and then Embiid was saying, no, we good. It's just he was talking his mess a week and a half ago. Now it's my turn. And KD can't say nothing about it. They took that L. And it's just going to be interesting to see how things unfold. I think the next time they play, I think they got one more against each other.
In March. They're playing in March.
Yeah. So I like it.
It's a brotherhood, and both of those guys get it. And that's the thing that I appreciate about it, too, is they both got some common sense about themselves and appreciate what the other does. With Joel Embiid, the thing is, and I don't want to, bring my Warriors into it, but there's like 3 players that 4 or 5 maybe at the most that I'm afraid of, and Joel Embiid is on that short list of guys that I'm not sure the Warriors can do nothing with. And Joel Embiid presents that problem to a lot of teams. He's just dominant when he's on his game, and I think that they got a 3-year window. Yeah. But the truth is, though, and here's where I'm extrapolating for the playoffs and next year too, is if they don't get the return for Ben Simmons right, then it doesn't matter how good Joel Embiid is, unless Tyrese Maxey is this all-NBA player that we don't like. We're forecasting him to be a good player. He might even be a fringe all-star one day, but unless they have a variable that I don't see, they're gonna fall short. They don't have enough to deal with Brooklyn in the second or third round of the playoffs. Joel Embiid by himself is some hodgepodge of Hakeem the Dream and Shaq when he's on his best day. But that by itself still ain't enough not to beat Brooklyn and whoever comes out of the West. So.
You know what? I will second that. Definitely got to see what they're gonna do with the Ben Simmons trade. But I do like it. It's good for basketball. I think it's too nice after all. It's too much buddy, handshaking. Yeah, we good. Like, bro, you just beat me. Like on the basketball field, I think that when it comes to today's NBA, there's a lot of friendly fire going on. There's no like competitive nature. Like, I want to beat you and I want to dominate you. Everybody's good friends. Everybody's cool. You like, look, here's my thing. If you just beat me, I don't feel like going to the club with you after the game. But in today's NBA, they can get ran by 20 and they in the club. What's up, bro?
For the most part.
You know what I'm saying?
This happened 4 years ago, 3 years. It's been 3 years. 2018. In 2018, I'm in SAC. I had to go out there for some kind of like little thing I needed to take care of. I go out with my boy. You feel me? We in a club, little bar situation. Here comes James Harden. Here comes Eric Gordon. And then here comes Buddy Hield. Like the Rockets just beat y'all, champ. And you walking in with them? I don't know if I can do that. You feel me? I just, we can go out, but I'm going to somewhere different. I'm not about to, I don't care if I'm in your city. I'm not about to let you beat me and then I take you to one of my spots. No. And that's what's kind of, babe, you are right. The NBA is so nice. I feel like the only time you should fraternize is at the All-Star game. Yeah. And even then, it's supposed to be kind of like an arm's distance because I'm looking at you like,
can I tell you what? This is not rocket science.
You ahead of me by 2 games, champ. Like,
yeah.
I gotta close this gap.
Let me tell you, dog. Let me tell you. This is a recipe of 2 things, right? This is a recipe of AAU basketball and friends and relationships starting at a young age, and it's a brotherhood even from 8 years old to 12 years old to 15 years old. So they go in having had selfies and homeboy pictures and road trips and all that, and then the NBA deal and the popularity of the game and the wealth associated with it means that we ain't prison rules fighting over the same, same dollar. And when you don't, it's hard. When we all make it big, and me eating isn't at the cost of you eating, then it's all good. But if there's only one steak and we fighting for it, we ain't gonna be friends after the fact. You know what I'm saying?
Because everybody getting paid.
Exactly.
It wasn't like that in the 90s.
Exactly.
It was only that certain crop. But now you go out there, average 7 points and get paid off your projection.
They have to want it more than money. And there's only one player out there that creates that friction right now, and it's Trae Young. It's actually part of the reason I like him. They talk about him like he just goes into arenas like F everybody. And he's the only player that I see where other players are looking at him like, I don't know who this dude think he is. And
or Giannis.
I love it.
Another one too. I think Giannis got that competitive nature.
Oh yeah, Giannis don't like nobody either.
He like, if you ain't on this squad, I
really like that about
because he came from nothing.
Yeah.
He had to fight for what's his.
Right.
And every time he looks at somebody else like, you're trying to eat off my plate.
Right.
No, dog. No.
I definitely like it.
Because personally with me, I have a problem. I've always had this problem. And it's a LeBron thing, and that's just who that is and who he is. And I don't dislike him. But like, he maintains his handshakes. Like a person get traded, but that handshake is.
But it's hard though, because there's supposed to be brothers outside of it.
Yeah, but I can't listen.
This is 2 minutes before the game starts.
Jay, you not about to beat me, and we about to have this handshake publicly, chap. Like, nah. If that's gonna happen, I'm gonna meet you in the hallway or something. You feel me? I can't, because again, it's like, people get it, but don't get it. And again, it's like, well, I can separate the game from the person and all. Yeah. I get that. But I'm not about, our special handshake, Jay, was then we was teammates, bro. And we was battlefield. I'm not about to hit you with the special handshake after you just beat me by 25.
Yeah.
We're not about to.
No.
You get a regular hug.
You're commingling the brotherhood that trumps basketball to where the fanhood comes in, because even though AAU and the TV deal changed their perspective, it didn't change your perspective as a fan and what you expect. And you like, I'm putting my personal time in. I'm watching these boys get their ass whooped 3 times a week. And I'm supposed to watch you dap up homeboy on the other team, but I put my energy and my dollars and my time into watching you. Anthony Davis, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, man, can't do it.
It's like that. But here's the thing. I'm not gonna say it. A lot of times we fail to realize. Back in the day, I know Mike and players, they connected after games, and you hear about the stories, but you just didn't know about it because we didn't have social media back then.
That too. That was
You couldn't be like Mike and Charles Barkley after the game over there chilling, because those people were all good friends. They was all good friends after the game was over. They'd go, do what they do or whatever the case may be. So it's nothing new, but at least on the floor it felt intense. At least when it was playing, it felt like, bro, get out my face. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you don't feel that in today's game. It's more like, bro, it be people laughing on the bench getting ran by 20. Like, I'd be like, bro, what's funny? Like, ain't nothing funny right now. Like, so it just tells you where the game is right now. But I like it. I love what it was yesterday. It's good for basketball. We need some controversy. We need some of that friction, even if it's fake. We need a little bit of it to make it feel like, yo, it means something.
Yeah, I mean, that's why, like I really rocked with Draymond, right? Because it was like, I feel like Draymond had that old school in him.
He does.
He does. But then it was like, and again, I understand it, right? I get it. Like, oh, LeBron has taken his brand to another level, and there has to be life after basketball. But just me. I can't go to war against LeBron. Him basically calls me a game in the finals because of his stature. And then they beat us. And then we come back, beat them. And now all of a sudden I want to be a part of the brand. Like, nah, chap. Like, you feel me? Like, again, that's a me thing. And I respect Draymond for what he did, because he got to think bigger. But I'm just saying, on the surface, this man cost you a game because you called him the B word.
Yeah.
And kicked him, or somewhat kicked him. That's kind of here and there.
But it's
so you're right, but don't get it twisted. One, Draymond knows that he was in the wrong when that happened.
Yeah.
I was so bad. But two, it does transcend. And so when you mess with somebody like that, you're like, all right, man, I like, he gets down with LBJ. That's cool.
Yeah.
And then now he also knows when it's time to kick dude while he's down in the context of basketball, it's coming. So when you're talking about, you beat us, you took the one championship I really cared about, and now it's time to kick you while you're down. That's what LBJ's about to get. And he's not going to just get it from Draymond. Everybody's taking turns. Even people like Ja Morant, who ain't even been around to get beat up on by LeBron, want some too. So,
he's 37 years old.
Hey, it don't matter.
We'll get
it's not stopping the Wolves.
No, it's not stopping the Wolves. And we'll get into that with the LeBron, because we got some evictions coming, and we're going to get into that. But you know what is transcending the world right now is the pandemic. The pandemic ain't going nowhere, and it's impacting so many sports, man, from college football, from the NBA to the NFL. What's your thoughts on this, man? Do you think that we're about to go into another shutdown mode? I didn't even know my job just told us we don't even need to come back to work till next week because the cases are getting crazier out here. And so what are your thoughts on where this thing is going to end up going? Are we going to go back into shutdown, or a lot more games are going to be canceled? What's your thoughts on the vid right now?
So like, the vid is the vid. It ain't going nowhere. And then it's cold, it's flu season. Feel like once we get out of this little winter time, everything will get back to the normalcy that we was having. Jay said it. People got comfortable again, because I think me and Jay agreed to that, or we said something similar to each other a couple of weeks ago, that everybody just get comfortable. Everybody getting comfortable, and then when you're getting comfortable, you tend to do things that you are already doing. I think the worst part is especially with this new variant that's out with vaccinated people, it's like it's touching you, but it's really not. So vaccinated people are a lot asymptomatic or has small symptoms, but like I'm good. So you going out and unintentionally you spread it. And I feel like that's kind of where it is with it. And so, you know, I mean, I stayed firm that I feel like after Christmas, the NBA should have a 2-week shutdown just because the cases is crazy in the NBA. And I think that you'll be okay with a 2-week shutdown and won't nothing be missed. I mean, some TV money, but you just make it up on the back end. You just
exactly on the back end. That is the key. Take a 2-week, extend the trade deadline, push All-Star Weekend by 2 weeks. Everything retroactive.
You can even keep All-Star Weekend where it's at.
Probably too. Yeah. It's just extended because the playoffs ain't even dictated until the teams are locked in. So they don't even come up with schedules till then. But yeah, no. So here's the thing, because I always like to fast forward it to the bottom, and it's like ain't nobody the fear, the raw fear of somebody dying is not there anymore. So now it's everybody's measuring their personal agenda, and the holidays really mess it up. It really puts you in an awkward position. Like, do I not hug my uncle, my cousin, my nephew? I was coughing yesterday. I don't know if I should go or not. I took a test, but it don't show up for 24 hours. So should I go to this thing? Like it's a mix, and it's a mixed bag. And when death isn't whoever, grandpa should have took his booster by now. So it's on him to not go nowhere and make sure he protects himself. Like all these things are happening to real people, and athletes ain't no different. You know what I'm saying? So it's messy, but it's the new normal.
They're human.
Exactly.
They're normal people at the end of the day.
Yeah. Which is getting the thing that's getting crazy for me is that we're going through these hot and cold seasons, and what's about to in my opinion, what's about to happen is that they're just going to use this to sort of mandate more things. Like you ain't gonna be able to go to the grocery store without a vaccine card. You ain't gonna be able to go to the mall without a vaccine card. They're gonna be checking for vaccine cards everywhere. And I truly feel like that, because again, everybody is on two sides. You got the side that's like, I ain't taking that damn vaccine. And you got the side that what you doing, you should be taking the vaccine. But then the people who take the vaccine, they walk around like everything good, like they still can't catch it, they still can't transmit it, and they still can't give it to somebody. And then the people who don't got it, just they got like, bro, I'm still gonna do me. I don't get there by no vaccine. I don't get by no bed. It ain't real. It's a whole lot of back and forth. And so what I do see coming down the line, because again, they don't want to go back to shutdown mode. They don't want to shut stuff down, but the cases are getting so damn high. The good thing is that we don't see a lot of mortalities right now. And the fact that there's not a lot of mortalities, it convinces your mind that it's not that bad no more. See, when we didn't have no vaccine and people was passing away, it was like, yo, this is real. Like, what can we do? But people thought that when you get the vaccine that everything's going to stop, and that's not the case. What the vaccine does is it allows your body to quote unquote fight off the virus. It's
antibodies.
It's antibodies that's supposed to allow you to fight it off, so you don't have to have the impact that it does, with people who don't. But the crazy thing is now is that you got people who are out here vaccinated. Hey, I'm vaccinated. I ain't tripping. Like I hear that more and more now. Like, vaccinated, bro. I ain't worried about no vid. Like, why you wearing a mask? Did you take a shot? You good? Like, what? Are you kidding me right now? Like, and I think we became more selfish for ourselves, because it's like, bro, I don't care about nobody else. I'm vaccinated, so it ain't gonna be my fault if you catch it. You know what I mean? Or it ain't gonna be my fault if you get it also bad, because
it's the fatigue of this being 2 years now. And it's like, I'm doing me, man. Especially for the folks that was impacted monetarily, like, dog, it's like, I'm done with it. I'm done with it.
Hey, Jay, and it also goes to the people who have avoided it for 2 years, right? Like, so if you say you was unvaccinated and you avoided it, then you get vaccinated and you avoid it, you damn near walking around like you armed. You feel me? You feel me? And I say it every time. I say, man, I'm blessed I'm happy that I have avoided it.
Right.
But in my heart of hearts, I feel like it's gonna come and get me at some point. Like because I feel like this is one of those things that you can only avoid for so long. And it's not that I'm out here being reckless or I'm out here being unintentional or I think because I'm vaccinated. And no, but I just feel like a slip up gonna happen, or it's gonna be one of those where it's just something takes place. And it's like I said, man, it's unfortunate because, like I said, I'm experiencing it because my family was impacted by it.
Yeah,
had me have to rearrange my son's birthday party from this weekend due to the core of my family having COVID, and they're getting through it, and I'm checking in on them every day. But it's just one of those things, bro, that I think is gonna be here, and everybody just got to make the proper adjustment to be better.
Yeah, definitely. Likewise, man. My pops and them, the whole house up there. That's why we didn't get to go home for Christmas or New Year's. So everybody's trying to be safe. But one thing we got to figure out who's gonna make the proper adjustments is college football today, man. It's semifinals, it's playoff football. You have Cincinnati versus Roll Tide, and you have the Big Blue versus the Bulldog. How y'all see these games playing out? I know we really don't talk about college sports, but this is a big deal for college, because I think this is probably one of the last years before you start to open that thing up and start getting more teams to be able to qualify. I think they will. It just depends on the Cincinnati and Alabama game. If it's a close game, it's going to open some eyes, in my opinion. But what's your thoughts? Who y'all got winning out of the Alabama and Cincy and Michigan and Georgia?
I'm deferring to y'all because I'm not even about to get on here and act like I got a valid opinion. I'm looking at this Cincy quarterback as a prospective Raider, so that's why I'll be.
Yeah, Jay. I was gonna say that.
Yeah, that's you put me on. You put me on to homeboy, and I was like, I like what he looking like.
I told. See, yeah, man. I mean, I like Ritter. It's another young man that plays at Liberty, black quarterback. I feel like he has a lot of potential. He's also a guy that's on that quarterback list. But man, like parts of me want to really give Cincinnati a shot. Like parts of me really want to do it. Especially they got a kid, man. His name is Kobe Bryant. Won the Thorpe Award, and the Thorpe Award is given to the best defensive back. So his number was 16, and he decided to change his number to 8. So he got Bryant 8 on the back of his jersey today. And his actual name is Kobe Bryant, but he spelled it with a C. So it's going to be interesting to see that. I got Bama winning that one. I believe, and this is my thing, if Cincinnati has a good first quarter, game stays close all the way through. The first quarter to me determines this game wholeheartedly. So, but I got Bama winning that game. And then obviously I'm not picking against Michigan. I'm not, that's sacrilegious. My fear is our defense good enough to hold their offense? Because their defense is good, great, one of the best. But I like our chances. So it's gonna come down to, can our defense do enough? And I believe we can, because I just don't believe that their quarterback is that good. I feel like he's okay, but he's not nobody that I fear. So I got Michigan winning in a close one. So Michigan, Bama.
I would say I got Bama in a close one. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a closer game than people think. And the Michigan game and the Georgia game is a toss-up turn-up. I think the battle of the quarterbacks, who plays better quarterback-wise will win this game. I don't know if Georgia's going to start their better quarterback over the senior, because that guy is really, really good. If they don't, I got Michigan edging out Georgia in a very barn burner defensive mindset game that's going to go down to the wire, probably like 3 or 7 points. And I think Michigan may win this game. This is a big game. I don't want to see another SEC championship. I just don't. And I want Michigan to win, because I think that'd be good for football. And that'd be crazy if Alabama gets shocked by Cincinnati and Georgia lose to Michigan. Then you got Cincinnati versus Michigan in a national championship. Nobody ever suspect that. But hey, it's 2022 coming, and we don't know what to expect. So anything can happen, but it's going to be good to see. But we got 2 more things before we get up out of here. Evictions. They're on the coming. LeBron is the GM. I know we're going to get into that topic on another day versus LeBron, the player. But I saw this thing on his IG on his birthday. Happy birthday to Bron. Yesterday was his birthday. And he was walking mad. And somebody said, this is the walk when LeBron makes when you know somebody about to get traded. And so Rondo is on the go this morning. They already traded for Rondo. Who is on the eviction notice? Who is on the evictions? Who is going to be the next person out moving forward? Because I know this is about to get shook up. I know LeBron is frustrated. You can see he's trying to make it work. I based off his interviews, I read body language crazy. He's trying to say all the right things, not try to throw his team under the bus. He's trying to say, hey, look, we're gonna figure this out. We ain't been playing with each other. We have different players and different team chemistries, and we're not vibing, blah, 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 blah. But in the back of his mind, he's like, bro, I don't like losing. I don't like losing.
He needs to start with his little brother first. He needs to call AD and tell him after this knee injury, you need to stop playing like a hoe. I mean, that's just what he needs to do. So if he starts there, then we can move on to something else. I'm just being honest. He needs to start.
But that's not DEFCON 1. That's 3 weeks away, 2 weeks away.
Yeah,
What's now?
But as I said, Jay,
always you know, you got a pink slip coming.
The conversation has to start there, right? So they can talk and figure it out. Because if you go start evicting people, but the person, your roommate, is still a bum, then all the evictions don't help out. He's still out here being a bum. Just call it. He is playing.
All right. I get that point. But hear this out, though. If I'm family, and you got roommates that are living in there, and roommates are messing up too, you're gonna get rid of the roommates first before you.
No. Whoa. Hold up. You want to know why? So I'm glad this is a great analogy, right? You family. So because you family and we got company, roommates and people staying over and hanging out with us, they become a product of what you are. One of us is holding up the end of the bargain while you over here, you not cleaning up, you ain't doing the dishes, you ain't taking out the trash, you ain't doing nothing.
Roommates pay rent. Family usually trying to get that hometown discount or the free ski.
Yeah, but so while you not doing your part, you making it acceptable for everybody else. That's how I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at LeBron and AD, well, mainly AD, because LeBron was kind of hurt and LeBron is showing. AD was out here not doing his part in the house, Jay. He wasn't doing his part. So with everybody behind him looking at like, well, AD ain't cleaning up, so I ain't gonna clean up. AD ain't taking out the trash.
We need names, bro. We need names.
I ain't taking out the trash.
We need names.
So here's how it's gonna go.
Who's getting pink?
Bazemore got a gun. Get him out of here. Okay. I don't like his hair. I don't like the headband. He got a gun.
Cut him because he has no value. So you got to cut him. He's
got to get rid of him. DeAndre Jordan, he can go too. His braids ain't long enough no more. He needs to go back to the little frizzy style. DeAndre can go too. It ain't working out. His shorts is too short for him to be 7 feet. Okay. After that, so Rondo also already left the building, but that's good for Rondo because the Cavaliers needed Rondo more than Rondo needed the Lakers. So it works out for everybody in that situation. Rondo go to Cleveland, go live your life. I feel like the next person that got to go is THT. I like him, but right now the money that we paying him is not getting me good return on my value. It's not good. I don't see. And I think you probably can't go get something, but I feel like you can start recovering some goddamn assets that you lost out on. Somebody's going to be willing to take a THT flyer, somebody that got multiple first-round picks. You can do a pick swap, all of the minutia that goes into that. And I think that's about it. And Avery Bradley, he can go too. I just feel like he's just not what
That's a mistake. Now, you can't tell me Avery Bradley can't be a 10th, 11th, 12th man where, like, he's worth the roster spot. If you got 15 roster spots and you need a guy, he comes in there and he's not always hot. He's a marginal 3-point shooter, but he gives 100% effort on defense. And you can't tell me that he's not that roster, that he's not a 10th man.
No, see, but here's the problem. You got a younger guy in Stanley Johnson that's going to basically give me the same damn thing he's going to give me, right? And then you've already shown that you believe in Austin Reeves more than you believe in Avery Bradley.
You still got to get, that's 15 roster spots, and you're still talking about gaping holes, especially after you cut some of the other bumps.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So when you look at the where is he going to play part, right? That's what I'm looking at. Like, where would he fit in to play? You were really keeping because COVID is crazy, and it's like, well, we got to keep somebody. But if we was just to take COVID out of it, I don't believe he's better than none. He's not better than Westbrook, no matter how bad Westbrook is playing, right? You're getting the same thing out of him that you're getting out of Stanley Johnson. Malik Monk has been a revelation. He just got to get better defensively.
Yeah.
Then you still got Ariza, and then him and Ellington are the same, but Ellington shoots better. So if we look at everything, he doesn't fit into, he's just not better than what's already, to me, not better than Darren Collison either. He's just not better than what we have presently constructed, to where he would just be holding a roster spot just for the sake of COVID, not because he fits. That's just me. And then you figure all the rest out.
Who you got, Jay, for your evictions? I think for me, I agree with DeAndre Jordan. He's not doing nothing for you. I do. I don't know if I get rid of THT just yet because he still is young. And I don't know what Nunn gonna do when he come back, because he hasn't played yet, and so we don't know what he's gonna get. But I would get rid of Ellington, because Ellington is he's a mid. He's not even a mid shooter right now. He don't play no defense, and his shooting is too inconsistent for me to be like. I'd rather deal with Monk. Because I feel like Monk gonna give me a little bit more than Ellington, in my opinion.
I'm not disagreeing.
Austin Reeves is gonna be there, so then I will put Austin Reeves because he can shoot that thing a little bit better, and he's gonna put more effort, and he's going to play defense, and he's going to do all those little things. He's going to be a very, very tangible player that I think would be good. I don't know, like Bazemore got to go because he's not doing nothing. He's not playing defense. He's not shooting 3-pointers. He's not doing nothing. He's just there.
He played great last year too. He played great considering his $1 million bottom barrel contract. He played great for us, but yeah.
But you got to remember, that's home. That's where he won a chip before, so it's familiar, and you playing for simple. You know what you got to do. But who else we forgetting? You got Ellington. You got DeAndre Jordan. You got Bazemore, and then if I had to get rid of anybody else, to be honest with you, I don't know.
Let me go down the list. First off, DeAndre Jordan couldn't get minutes on the Nets when they had a gaping hole at the position, and they said, "I don't care how good of friends you are with Kyrie and Kevin Durant. We have a gaping hole at the center. We overpaid you, and we still can't use you, so we outright cut you for nothing." If he wasn't good enough to play for them, again, that's an indictment on Pelinka and LeBron to say, "Oh yeah, let's clear out some space and give you a contract." Yeah,
you know why they did that though? He's supposed to be there to play the big men, the centers.
Yeah, because Drummond left. Who cares?
But but Jay, they was trying to recreate that JaVale McGee.
Yeah,
Dwight Howard.
They went the wrong way. Now, here's a trade you absolutely don't like, but I'd argue that it works, right? You're not going to come out hitting a home run on THT, but his contract lines up with Kelly Olynyk pretty good. And Kelly Olynyk balled for the Rockets last year. He is a knockdown three-point shooter, and he can rebound. Now, he ain't going to give you that head-up defense on no Jokic or no Embiid, but he does play a role, and that's about the best you're going to get for THT with the way he started the season. Now, I'll tell you this. Carmelo, stay. Nunn, stay. Bradley, bottom of the roster, stay.
Yeah, that's another one.
Ellington, gone. Dwight, stay. He's a 9th, 10th man too. DeAndre Jordan, gone. Rondo, gone. Bazemore, gone. Malik Monk needs more minutes. Reeves needs more minutes. And then the last one on the bubble, Trevor Ariza, gotta go. He's not even worth.
I'm not cutting Ariza.
No.
Is he hurt again, or is it COVID protocol?
It's COVID. He's in COVID protocol.
Okay, so I'm good. I like Ariza. When Ariza came back, he really did what he needed to do off the bench as well. He gave you 15 points and he played defense. That's all you need sometimes. But I'm gonna tell you this though. I'm gonna tell you this right now. You ain't gonna agree with this, but I'm gonna tell you right now. Melo inconsistency is gonna get his butt out of here. I'm telling you right now.
I've been saying that. That's all I heard at the beginning of the year.
No, I'm being 100%, and I'm not. I want to see Melo win a chip. I want to see Melo win and be in the playoffs, and I like it. But he's too inconsistent for me, man.
But why? But see here, Bake. See, I feel like
threes this year. That's all he does.
It goes back into Melo was supposed to be a piece. And now Melo is asked to be
a 10th man piece, asked to be a starting player.
Yeah, to me that's unfair because when I look at it now.
Oh, hold on. Melo always said, and this is what he said. He don't like to come off the bench, but hey, if he got to do, he got to do it. But he's always been a starter type.
But again. The mindset versus the
expectations. Managing expectations. I'm like he's a 10th man coming when he's hot, knock down a couple.
If you're a superstar, because Melo's not he's a role player now, but mindset wise, he never think of himself as a role player. He's just playing his role. So if I'm a superstar and you tell me, hey, I got a chance to be in the starting five, then I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna put up these numbers to be a starter.
But babe, that's when you was you said it right. He's no longer. So Melo was supposed to be the guy that when LeBron runs a pick and roll, the help defender rolls with AD, LeBron kicks it to him in the corner.
But he ain't doing that though.
But why? Because there is no AD rolling to the goddamn basket, so people get to stay home on him in the corner. Here, hold up, Jay. I got you. I've been sitting on this, and I thought about this wholeheartedly.
Pause.
Yeah. All right, I've been thinking about this, and I've been thinking about this wholeheartedly. AD is the problem in this situation. We ain't gonna trade him because there's no reason to trade him. They have to figure out how to challenge his hunger because teams ain't gonna. Why now, Jay? It goes back into this. Why go trade for Anthony Davis when you don't know what you're going to get in return as far as health and play? So if I'm a GM on the opposite team, I'm not clamoring for AD. No. And if I do clamor for AD, you're going to get real pennies on the dollar. So the Lakers can't trade him because to me, value is as low as it's going to ever be right now. Mm-hmm. AD is the piece of this problem so AD to me got Russ playing out of character more than what he should be. Because if AD was right, Russ probably wouldn't have to press. Russ probably wouldn't have to be so out of control. So then when you're criticizing him, it's like, bro, you got a guy that's averaging 27 in LeBron or 25 in LeBron. You got another guy that's averaging 27 in AD. What the hell are you doing? But the third piece of this puzzle ain't performing, and now he hurt. So to me, if he was right, we would be right. But because he ain't right, we ain't right.
You are 100% right. But see, what we talking about, when you talk about the Lakers and we talk about evictions, if this was a hamburger and LeBron's the patty, man, your Kent Bazemore's, hey, you want the pickles, the little jalapeno poppers, you want they are not making you want this burger or not. Are we going to Five Guys or are we going to McDonald's? Like, dog. If you want to change this burger, there's only all these fringe things are cool, but it's Russ and it's AD. And are you prepared to trade them? Now, I asked you two questions. Nope. One is, even if the team was giving back a bucket of crap, is there one team who just wants to give their worst assets for Russ and back? I contend that the only team that you might find, but I challenge you to bring up one team who should want Russ without having to give anything up. Only one. Maybe the New York Knicks. Maybe. Maybe.
None of that helps. All that does is
you're right. And what's the real problem with Russ, bro? He's stuck in that no man's land where he's spriting dunks. You know why you sprite dunks? Because you sprite dunks because your athleticism went from 100% down to 87%, and now your 87% is neck and neck with everybody else in the league. Then you get the yips because LeBron and everybody, you can't even make a shot. You all in your head, your athleticism ain't just first step past everybody, and now you just all up in your head.
I don't even think he's dead. I don't think he got a conscience. When I see Russ out there,
no, but it is. He do. Don't let the fake fuck. Dude, when you bank shot, did you see that bank shot?
Bro, he shot.
That's in your head, dog.
He shot an air ball. He shot an air ball.
Well, he had just hit a bank shot earlier in the first
quarter. You can't tell me he don't got the yips. I've had the yips.
No, I know. I'm saying. I'm just saying. We get on Russ another day. We ain't gonna spend too much time more on it. But I'm just saying this. This is what I'm saying. Russ has a short memory, bro. And what I realize, and I think a part of it is that, like we said, and everybody knows, he's in LA. He's trying so hard to fit into a place where he wants to stay. It's like you want a relationship. No.
Yeah.
Because I truly feel like he's taking the back seat on how he would normally play, to be honest with you. Like, because you got to think about it. Russ usually have the ball. Russ usually dictating things. Russ usually taking control of a lot of things. He's never really been an off the ball player. But now he's been one of those more and more. And then when he do have the ball, I told my roommate this. I said having a big man on the floor helps create a fail safe for Russ, because now he can't just go out of control and try to attack the basket all the time, because when you don't have a big on the floor, then he's going to do that more often. But what I love what the Lakers did, and I don't know why the hell they took him out the game, when Dwight Howard was on the floor, Russ was under control. He didn't go out of control.
They've been doing this all the time. For some odd reason, Vogel, now Fitz, have got this conscious idea that they have to relegate to fit the NBA. It's okay to be who y'all are, but this is an issue, and we could talk about this another time. And I've said this 1 million times, and I'll say it 1,000,001. The problem is because LeBron James can only play one style of basketball, and this is why he could never be my GOAT. Because his game has always been limited. His game has always been limited. And because he can only play one style, that means you can only have one kind of roster.
We don't have time to tackle this. But what I saw with LeBron has been playing more off the ball than ever this year.
Pick and roll where he's receiving, right?
Exactly. Receiving, pick and roll. So for you to say that is a blasphemy. You're a Laker fan, and you are a Laker fan, so you should be like, yo, I like this LeBron, because when LeBron's playing pick and roll.
I'm talking about this year. I'm not talking about just this year. This year is.
We can say that for another day. We can say that for another day. Because this will go a whole nother hour. But at the end of the day, it's New Year's Eve. What's your New Year's resolution here? Going into 2022, what are y'all thankful for as we go the day before the start of a new year?
Well, health, I guess, is the utmost thing. First and foremost, health has got to be there. And then
his mic is messed up.
Does he do that on purpose? He did it at the end of the show last time too. It's always at the end.
What happened? The mic tripping?
Oh. LeBron James heard you talking crazy about him in the show. That's what happened.
That's LeBron's fault. But health, and I want my Raiders in the playoffs. And I think somehow, some way, if Carson Wentz don't play, I feel like this is a good omen for the Raiders. It's like the world is like, all right, I'm gonna flip the script and get y'all back, and help y'all out. So I want my Raiders to make the playoffs. That's all I really want. Michigan and the Raiders, if they can do their part, I feel like my New Year's will start off good. And then everything else, I'm a day-by-day guy. You feel me? I've learned that I really don't have no resolutions. It's just to continue to stay even keel, never get too high, never get too low, stay right here, and let everything else take care of itself. I don't control it. The man above does.
Yeah. I mean, New Year's resolutions, I don't want to be a killjoy, but for me, it's like, if you're gonna quit smoking, you don't wait till you smoke the rest of the pack, man. You throw it away the second. You throw them away the second the decision is made. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And for me, what I'm hoping out of 2022 is that when we hit New Year's Eve next year, that there is a real normal associated with COVID protocols, herd immunity, and that it's really normal. So I don't gotta be tiptoeing around family and moving and the things that I love to do around people, man. I just hope that we progress.
I think for me, for sure, health. For everybody, loved ones, friends, family. My biggest thing for 2022 is just being more consistent at everything I do. Just living my life the best way I can, and continue to grow. Those are my biggest things. I don't really have goals. I do want to get creative and things like that, but I know that's going to happen. It's supposed to happen. But one of the biggest things is health, consistency, and continue to build on my faith and my relationship with the man above. However those things come about, that's what we're gonna be.
You know what else I left out too is this pod has put me in an uncomfortable position of criticizing people I don't really want to criticize, but for the integrity of the show. Like, I have no doubts Kyrie's a good dude. And I know Ben Simmons probably has just growing pains to go through. And that I'm sure Russ is a first class guy. Like, I have to go in on these dudes because of, like, if I was a GM, I may steer clear of them. But I don't finding that balance of criticizing them as a player versus and the natural debate forum versus it comes off with such veracity sometimes, I couldn't stand to be in the same space when that's not the case. I just finding that balance, I think, is what I want to get better at.
No, I feel that. I definitely feel that. But leave it on the funny note, man. I'm gonna send y'all a video of Kevin Hart and Snoop Dogg clowning Stephen A. Smith in his box.
Oh, hey.
I ain't seen that.
I'm gonna send that to y'all.
That man, crazy. Kevin Hart's my guy. You feel me? I've always been a big Kevin Hart fan. I will never understand people's disdain for Kevin Hart because I feel like, how can you be mad at somebody telling jokes about their life?
Yeah,
they don't like it, but I guess that comes with territory. Everybody's not for everybody, but Kevin Hart's my guy.
So I'm gonna send that to y'all to end off the new year, man. But
listen, Jay, when I tell you it's hilarious.
It's hilarious. But then on top of that, my self-defense dude who got popped 3 times in a training, I gotta send y'all that because that was funny. That's the funniest thing I've seen in a long time. But at the end of the day, y'all stay safe out there, take care of yourself, bring in a new year. And if you're going out, please be careful. Enjoy your family and your loved ones. And always remember to talk that talk.
Go blue! Go blue on the hood.